Oh, hi there. This is Chris from forex, right? So in this video, you will be able to understand deeper what is base currency and what is cold currency. Okay, so we have to give concentration on this because this is basically what we consider as the building blocks of forex trading, understanding uh, its principle, its underlying meaning. Okay, so what is basically this particular field all about? Right, so welcome. Okay, so to our 15-minute session that we are having here. Okay, so we already had planned our strategy for today. So what would be the thing that we are going to have, right? So we already have prepared for you the discussion that we're going to have here for you. So that is basically what we have, uh, what we are going to open the position. Okay. So guys, just a reminder. Okay. So um, in the world of forex trading, there would be reverse ideas. Okay, so later on, okay, so I am going to let you show what is that reverse ideas or reverse understanding that we have. Okay, so say for example, in our way of understanding, level of understanding. Okay, so if we are not a forex trader, so our understanding would be like this. Okay, so we are going to sell. Okay, so for example, you are a trader. Okay, so or a buy and sell trader. Okay, so say just for example, the most common one would be a car trader. Okay, so as a seller, you act yourself as a seller. Say for example, you will be the owner. Okay, so you are going to buy a particular, should I say, uh, second-hand cars. Okay, so in a very low price. Okay, and you are going to sell it to the buyer in a higher price, so as you'll be able to gain an amount. Okay, so in the forex world, we have to understand that it is reverse. Okay, sooner or later, I will explain to you why. Okay, so it's Kinda, this is basically why other people don't really like to go forex trading because there will be complications, and if other people hate complications, I totally accept and whatever I mean and embrace so to say complications. Okay, so uh, for me, I think simple things would really help to get me forward. So that is why um, I went through this because I do believe this will fit my personality. This will fit my myself as a person. Right. So that is just basically the introductory portion that I am going to have here for you. Okay. So there would be reverse, should I say, ideology that we have here in forex trading, and once you will be able to get through the with its should I say uh, common terms and terminologies, you will be able to get used to it. Okay, so later on, okay, so the example that I presented to you while with the car, should I say, a trader. Okay, so we are going to compare the difference when we are going to have already the actual trading platform. Okay, so but yeah, guys, again, base currency. Okay, before we'll begin at the end of the session, we'll be able to understand deeper what is a base currency and what is the ask, the bid, and the spread. Okay, so that these are the common, should I say, words that we are going to encounter along our journey here in forex trading, and it is so much important. This is the building blocks of further understanding what is how seriously forex trading work. And once you'll be able to build that particular strong foundation, it would be easier for you to analyze. It would be easier to speak. Uh, Speculation is just there. Okay, so what was the good thing in here is that other, should we say, experts earning money because they devote their time, they devote themselves 1 day, 2 days before the start of the trading, understanding and analyzing the graphs. And it is so much important so you will not be able to get lost in should we say application of those stop loss and take profit thing. Okay, so yeah, at the end of the session, so I just basically mentioned to you that we will be able to understand better what is base currency, what is gold currency, what is should we say um uh, asks, bid, and should we say spread keywords here in trading, right? So that would be the thing that we're going to open the position. Okay, so I think we were able to touch this before. We were able to take a profit, but that is basically just the toppings of the discussion that we're going to take here. Okay, so yeah, we were able to see the graph. Okay, so and then we see should we say an opportunity for us to open the position. Okay, so we're going to have that one go. All right. So we are going to click should we say buy. Okay, so for the first open position that we're going to, and we see that the um, buy should we say price in there should have to be at the lower price. Okay, so we have to put in the base should we say currency. Okay, so how important is it to understand the relationship between base currency and the gold currency? Okay, so base currency and gold currency works together. Okay, so here in trading, here in forex trading, you are doing a simultaneous buy and sell, right? Most especially in the world of the internet already. So we can just basically own, as I mentioned previously in our topics, so we can just basically own currencies from other nations. And it is not hard for us to shell out a capital because at $10 you can start your journey as a trader. $30, and even there would be websites that are providing to us should we say free should we startup capital for you to they are doing that because they want us to experience their GUI or their should I say interactive tools. So if you feel like you are comfortable with the tools that they do have, so you are going to select them as your forex broker. Okay, so there are forex broker as well. Okay, so that is basically providing no commissions, no swap charge, or any other charges. So you are just going to trade that particular certain no deposit bonus. Okay, so that is basically what we call no deposit bonus. Okay, so we already had started to open the position. So the first position that we basically open is should we say the base currency. Okay, in forex trading. So the base currency is actually relative to one another. Okay, so it cannot stand by itself alone. Okay, so here in forex trading, it has to come in pairs. Okay, so you cannot see, should I say, a particular thing that is not traded in pairs. Okay, so it would have to come in pairs, and that pair is all about the base currency and the gold currency. Okay, so we have to remember, guys, that currencies are quoted in relation to other currencies. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, so it is should I say understandable that the value is just the same thing. Value of the Philippines is totally different from the value in the United States. Okay, so same thing as that. Okay, so if you are going to have the base currency in relation to the gold currency. Okay, so the base currency would always have to represent one unit. Okay, so one unit, say for example, you have one, should we say, um, USD. Okay, so and then relative to the Philippine peso. Okay, so how does it I would have to translate to ordinary people to us, like an ordinary the level of our understanding. So it would just have to mean that in order for you to have Philippine peso, so you have one base unit, you will get 54. Okay, so the recent should I say exchange rate between the two currencies, I think is 54 dollars, pesos rather. Okay, so USD there would have to represent the base currency, and the code currency or counter currency is basically the Philippine peso. Okay, so and the code price is already next to it, so that's 54 pesos. Okay, so in other words, $1, or if you have $10 in your pocket, okay, so you can exchange it to 540 pesos. Okay, so you will be having 540 pesos. Okay, this I am so particular to this because this will serve as our, I should say, our standard in understanding further what is forex trading. Okay, so most especially me that I am wanting to give my second version of me here in forex trading. So I wanted to see myself as a successful trader someday. Okay, so that I am not going to share any capital. Okay, there would be a lot of brokers that are basically going to offer those because they are as well earning particular amount from your trades. Okay, so the thing that you are trading is to the no deposit bonus. Okay, so if you are going to trade it and you're going to earn a profit, so the next day that you're going to trade and you're going to earn a profit and you're compounding it. So they are as well earning those particular amount. So that is why you don't really have to wonder why there will be a lot of brokers that are going to offer, so to say, free low deposit bonus for you to start your trading journey. All right. Okay. So let's uh, we I think it's already been so clear to us basic currency and code currency. So same thing, if you're going to go to an exchange booth, this is the actual, this is not the trading. This is on the level of the common people's understanding. So say for example, I have, shall we say, um, um, $10. Okay, so I could go to an exchange booth, and I found out that the exchange rate that they do have there is just $52. Okay, so and I go to another booth. Okay, so the exchange rate there is $53. Okay, so that difference is basically part of the trade that we do have as a trader. Okay, that difference would have to mean that they basically purchase, because they're the dealer, they purchase it in a bulk way in a different time interval. So maybe this one, should we say, bought it in a bulk way with this kind of rate, and this one bought it in a different kind of rate. So that is why there would be differentiation between the exchange rate of the two. Okay, so if you are going to exchange it, for sure you are going to go to the highest exchange rate. Okay, that can still be applicable to what I am basically doing today, right? So um, you I just hope that you're gaining information about this 15-minute tutorial. So it's 14 minutes already. So let's proceed with let's close the topic base currency and the code currency or counter currency. Okay, so um, yeah, let's proceed with this, or should I say that the bid, the asks, and the spread. Okay, so in forex, okay, so again there will be two phases that we can basically describe this discussion. Okay, so that is why at the beginning of this, should we say, uh, trading tutorial, so I could cleared out see that there would be reversing, or should I say opposing, should I say situations. Okay, so you see this in the actual world, and then if you're going to apply that in your trading, should I say um, trading execution. So it's the way you look at it on the real world, right? So the ask, the bid, and the spreads. What is this all about? So in forex, so we have to remember that there would be bid and ask price. Okay, so there would be two. Okay, so we have to remember that the bid price must be lower than the ask price. Okay, it's the same thing as I mentioned a while ago. So the trader. Okay, so um, he has to have to bid the particular commodity or that particular product. So there would be a lot of at a lower price. So there would be a lot of should I say sellers that is going to contemplate, or should rather contest uh, to uh, to to buy it. Alright, so that's basically another example that I presented to you. By the way, this is the second position that I already had, so to say, entered. Okay, so the learning about bid, asks, and the spread. Okay, so here in forex, okay, you have to remember that the bid would always have to be lower than ask price. Okay, so the bid is basically the price that your broker. Okay, so if say for example, I was handled by ASJ financial broker of global services. Okay, so that is basically where they're willing to buy the base currency in exchange to the quote currency. Okay, so this means that the bid is the best available price at which you can trade or you can sell to the market. Okay, so if you want to sell something, so the broker will buy it from from you at the bid price. Okay, so what is asks? Okay, so let's define it first before we're going to count. So the ask is basically the price at which your broker will sell the base currency in exchange to the core currency. Okay, so this means that the ask price is the best price, available price at which you can buy in the market from the market. So another word for ask is basically offer price. Okay, so if you want to buy something, the broker will sell or offer it to you at the ask price. And the spread, guys, is basically that is the distance. Okay, so if ever that would be the distance is really high, so it would have to mean that you will be able to gain a lot of profits, big profit, if you place the position right appropriately. Okay, so within should I say the range of your speculation that the base currency will be stronger than the core currency, or if you're going to sell, so the base currency would have to should be weaker than your should I say um, core currency, right? So guys, if you're going to take a look at the bid and asks and spread thing, so again, this is so much important. This is totally so much important for us to inflect ideas of what is this all about, what is this word all about. Okay, so um, in forex trading, if you are going to take a look already at the MetaTrader, so to say trading platform. Okay, so if you are going to, if your direction, if you're able to set that particular graph, you're going to sell, you are going to open the position, or the price that you are going to open must be at the highest. Okay, so now if your speculation will go through with your understand in the graph. So once it will lower down, so the the difference or the distance is basically what we call the spread. Okay, so how you will be able to compute that? So the price during the time that you open the position minus the the price that you close the position is basically what is what we call, that is basically what we call the spread, or that is basically, in other words, your profit. Okay, so yeah, that is basically it. And you have to remember that if you are going to buy, okay, so in MetaTrader, this is already the actual. Okay, so I mentioned a while ago that there will be reverse ideologies, reverse theory that we will be able to see here in. That is why there would be a lot of complications. We are going to read the the manuscripts and the educational material, so you would have to feel like this is different. Okay, so than what I understand in the actual trading um, execution, right? So again, if you're going to have the actual trading execution, is if you are going to buy, you have to buy it to the lowest price. Okay, so you're going to buy it to the lowest price, and then you're going to close it. You're going to sell it at the highest price, so you'll be able to gain an amount. Oh, sorry. Okay, so yeah, this is what I mentioned earlier. So you are going to buy it at the highest, should I say, position price in the graph. So when you are going to sell it, so you'll be able to, you, the selling price would be lowest. Okay, so you'll be able to gain a profit in between. Okay, so yeah, I just hope that you're getting the information that I'm trying to feed to your soul, whatever. So you are able to gain understanding with the deep, should I say, knowledge about this base currency, code currency, the ask, the bid, and the spread, right? So yeah, if I am going to translate, okay, so as I mentioned a while ago, so if you are a car trader, okay, as a trader, so you are looking for those, for the supplies that you have, right? So once you are going to, as a trader, you are going to look, you are going to buy that particular car, okay, so at the lowest price, right? So in actual trading, guys, if you are able to notice, right? So the thing that is going to happen is you are going to buy the particular thing, okay, at the lowest as well. Okay, so then you are going to sell that at the highest prices, you'll be able to get a profit, right? So same thing as I do had mentioned a while ago. Okay, so if you're going to sell, you have to sell it to, let me check my resources. Okay, hold on. You're going to sell it at the highest, should I say, price. Okay, because in the graph, if you'll be able to notice, so um, should I say, up, at the top. Okay, so going down, so that's basically decreasing. Okay, so it's basically decrementing, right? So if you are going to buy, so you have to buy it to the lowest and sell it to the highest. Okay, so if you're going to sell it to the highest and buy it to the lowest. Okay, so that makes how the beauty of forex trading, right? So um, I totally understand that the learnings that we are going to have here is still quite, should say, like, um, should I say, complicated to fathom, okay, or to go deeper. But yeah, that is basically because, you know, if you already become a trader, okay, so you are going to encounter those, okay, so, and the building blocks of learning forex trading is through understanding its underlying principles, terms, and terminologies, the jargons, and the applications itself. Okay, so how would I have to apply like this in real world versus the trading? So you will be able to notice the difference of that particular stanzas. All right. Okay. So yeah, it's time to take the profit and close the position. So we were able to uh, uh, a while ago. So we were able um, to know the difference between the base currency and the code currency, right? So the base currency would always have to is basically the ratio, okay, of the other currency. Okay, so we have to learn as well that it comes in pairs. Okay, so base currency cannot be traded alone. So it has to have its code currency. Alright. So the next thing that we're able to learn is the bid, the asks, and the ask and the spread. Right. So the bid price, okay, so and the ask price is as well relative to each other. Right. So the bid price is actually the price wherein your broker, okay, so is willing to okay, so is willing to buy. Okay, so in exchange to the both currency. Okay, so when you are already trading, guys. Okay, so it is basically you are interact you are inter, you are in you are into interaction with your broker because they are the dealer. So they are basically um the one who who bulkly acquire the pricings of those, and they're just going to load those information in MetaTrader. Okay, so the price that you'll be able to see there, so it's basically within their should I say within their should I say prospects. Okay, so yeah, I think that would just be because we already have consumed 7 minutes and 09 seconds. So I just hope that I was able to present to you, so to say, give discussion about base currency and code currency. Again, another important, should I say, principles that we are going to learn here in forex trading. Okay, so again, this is Chris from Forexes. You take good care. Have a great day, everybody. See you some other time. Okay, so don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and yeah, your commentaries. So you just have to place your comments below the box, okay, and I will be willing to get that one as soon as possible. You take good care. Have a great day. Goodbye.